What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video here at Chris's MMA Universe. This video here, I just want to talk about the Halloween headliner, which is Anderson Silva versus Uriah Hall. Looks like it's happening October 31st on Halloween night as a UFC fight night. So, this was reported by Dana White, and he told Brett Okamoto. So, this is actually official. It's actually set. These two men were actually supposed to meet back at UFC 198. And it fell through. I believe, I'm not sure if Anderson Silva had an injury or what the case was. This is me without checking. I'm not 100% sure what happened there. But I know they were supposed to meet. And I believe Anderson Silva had to back out. So they're going to meet now. And it's going to be the headliner of Halloween night, as I said. And honestly, I'm very, very excited for this fight. I'll tell you why. Back when Uriah Hall, I'm not sure if you guys know, but I'm sure you guys do know, that Uriah Hall was on the, I forget what season it was, but he was on The Ultimate Fighter, the season where it was Chael Sonnen as his coach, and then it was John Jones as the other coach. And so it was Team Sonnen, Team Jones, and Uriah Hall was on Team Sonnen. And he was the scariest dude on that show. He was the scariest dude by far. I remember, when he ended up going up against his first fight, actually, where it kind of it shook everything pretty much in that entire show, where Dana White was, unbelievably impressed. They were saying that was like one of the craziest knockouts, one of the worst knockouts or best knockouts, depending on how you look at it. On that show, and he said in the UFC period, I guess, according to Dana White. And it was nasty. It was very, very nasty. It was the end of round one, and he ended up, I forget the kid's name who he knocked out. Maybe you guys can help me with that one, but I didn't go back to check on this. It's just off of knowledge. I know this because I'm very tuned into Tough. So when I saw this, it was unbelievable. He knocked him out cold. He just walked away from it. He knew what he did. Fight was done. I think there was like 6 seconds left, on that round, and it was round one. It was 6 seconds left, and he caught him, and that was it. He went out. It looked like he was barely even able to breathe because of how knocked out cold he was, and it was a beautiful knockout. It left the entire room quiet. Everyone was quiet in that room. Dana White even used to say on the show how when he knocks someone out, it gets dead silent in there. No one's cheering. Everyone's quiet. Everyone was clapping when the opponent got up. It was something else. It was something else to see. And it was scary. And I remember when he knocked out, I believe the other opponent was called Bubba, I believe. I'm pretty sure that was his nickname. And it was actually a teammate, I think, of John Jones. And he knocked him out in 10 seconds maybe. And again, it got silent in the room. So I remember after that knockout, Sonnen pulled Uriah Hall's side in the octagon. And he said, I remember, he said, and I quote, he said, "You're a contender for the title." He said, "You're a contender for the title." He said that to him before even winning the show, because how scary he was. And the only problem with Uriah Hall is that he's his own enemy. He's his own enemy in his head. He's his worst opponent. So it's like he gets inside his head, and he gets inside his own head, and he ends up doubting himself. And, things like that. I remember he spoke to Chael Sonnen about it on the show, as a matter of fact. And Chael Sonnen was saying that he felt the same way years ago before that. And he was saying that, he had to see a guy. He had to see a sports psychology guy. And he said that he had to learn to fight with it. I believe he was saying that Randy Couture was the same way. And Randy Couture learned how to fight with it. Just learn how to accept it and fight with it. And it seemed like Uriah Hall is kind of learning how to fight with it. Maybe he overcame it because he's trying to, right now, he's going to go up against Silva and try to extend his 3-fight. He's trying to make it 3 on a 3-fight win streak. And he very well will. He very well can. I do believe he will. But Uriah Hall, even though Anderson Silva isn't the same person today as he was when he was on a tear, right? But he's still Anderson Silva. I don't believe Anderson Silva is completely gone, but I do believe that Anderson Silva should make this his last fight. I know Silva's team was telling Brett Okamoto that they're not 100% sure if this is going to be his last fight. I believe it should be, in my opinion. I think Anderson Silva has nothing left to prove. Anderson Silva was the greatest middleweight champion in many people's eyes. I know that, it's been so long since he has won. I think his last win was against, where was it, Derek Brunson back in like 2016, 2017. And that was on a fight where a lot of people think Derek Brunson got robbed. Derek Brunson included. So I'm not really 100% sure what Anderson Silva is trying to prove. I don't think he has anything left to prove. But since this fight is booked and it was booked once before, they might as well go through with it. I would really love to see it. I really can't wait for this one because I just think, like I said, even though Anderson Silva isn't the same person as he once was, I think Uriah Hall might go into this fight maybe slightly nervous. And the reason why I say nervous, not because he's scared of him, but because it's Anderson Silva standing across from you, where, yes, of course, he's not the middleweight champion anymore. He's not this person that no one can touch anymore. But it's just that just having Anderson Silva stand across from you, I mean, you just imagine it, right? It'll just be something crazy. But Uriah Hall, I believe he has been able to overcome. He ended up, I believe on his last fight, he ended up getting a knockout. And I'm telling you, this is something I'm very happy. I'm very excited for this. I'm very excited for this to see them actually go at it. And I don't know. I don't know if Uriah Hall will be able to pull it off. I do believe he can, like I said. But Anderson Silva, when he went up against Izzy, his reflexes were still there. His head movement was still there. He still had some speed. He was able to catch Izzy a little bit. Not saying he did anything to Izzy when he did that, but I'm just saying that, he was still in there. He was still in there. Izzy wasn't able to put him away. But, Uriah Hall's a different fighter. I don't really see Uriah Hall knocking Anderson Silva out. But who thought Chris Weidman was going to do it? Right? I mean, not many people, who thought it was going to end like that. And so we really don't know. Anything can happen in a fight. It's been said all the time. It's been said by me. It's been said by everyone. And I'm going to say it again. Anything can happen in a fight. So I'm very, very excited for this one. I mean, two great strikers. Anderson Silva being, world-class striker, world-class counter-striker. Uriah Hall, he's a great striker as well. I mean, these are two great men that are probably just going to keep it on the stand-up. I don't see either one of them wanting to go to the ground. Anderson Silva never entertains the ground. Uriah Hall, same thing. So I think this is just going to be great. I don't know who will win this fight. I don't know for sure. But I'm going to say Uriah Hall is probably going to pull the win. It might be like a second-round TKO or even a decision win for Uriah Hall. I don't see Anderson Silva being able to pull this one through. I really want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments who you think is actually going to win this fight and how. Make sure you hit the like. Please subscribe, and I'll see all you guys in the next one.